You know, the way this show was formatted, I swear that Vince McMahon had the script for the show and said, well, here's what we're going to do with the script, pal. We're going to shred it up, and we're going to do whatever the hell we want. I'm Vince McMahon, damn it. Ha, ha, ha. Scandals be damned. Ha, ha, ha. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Smackdown from Fort Worth, Texas. Man, I haven't seen a goddamn wrestling show set in Fort Worth, Texas this dead since the Von Erichs were still around. At least a few of them were. Nevertheless, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. At least Vince McMahon didn't show up and basically rub it in everybody's face. $12 million paid to, in hush settlements. Jeez. He really is just a smarter Trump, isn't he? No wonder him and Trump have been friends for so goddamn long. Oh boy, this show just wasn't very good. Were there a few positives? Sure. This is a fucking putrid show. This was 2 goddamn hours. The one positive, it wasn't Raw. If this was Raw that was this bad at 3 hours, fucking hell, we'd be back in the Thunderdome era. So anyway, recast Money in the Bank. Graves is subbing for Pat McAfee because Pat McAfee is selling the beating that Happy Corbin gave him after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view went off the air. So it's Graves and Cole. Be still my lack of interest. Fuck. Dickies Arena with a live Fort Worth crowd. Almost as live, I already said that. It's almost as lively as Gino Hernandez before February of 1986. Almost as lively as David Von Erich before he went to Japan in February of 1984. Almost as lively as Kerry before the motorcycle accident. Okay, enough knocking the world-class crew. I could continue to do that, but nah, I can't take a stab at it. We're not in Puerto Rico. Anyway, fuck Jose Gonzalez and Carlos Colon for not burning in hell for that. Yeah, can you tell that this show just really pissed me off to the point? It just really fucking did. God damn it. The Bloodline Heyman show up. Look, the promo was fine. Reigns, when he shows up, he's motivated. I'm glad he showed up. They need to split up the championships. It was bad to unify them and have them on Reigns. Reigns deserves the time off if he wants. I understand. He's got priorities. He's got family. He wants to rest his body. That's cool. You just don't need to have a double champion that is at home quite a bit. We already had that with Lesnar. He's awake. He's breathing. Thank God. And he's here to smash everybody. And then Heyman's upset because of the whole thing with Lesnar. We're running this back. Lesnar has one last chance. He's a beast backed into a corner. And we need to motivate a Roman Reigns to smash and destroy him and keep him down for a 10 count, a last man standing match. Okay. This went 20 minutes. I mean, granted, it was after the recap, so okay, technically the promo maybe went 10. But still, we were over 20 minutes into the show before we got any idea of a goddamn match. So the Raiders, the new vicious Viking Raiders, we got recaps of them beating up the New Day, and then they made their entrance. Nearly 30 minutes in, we have a 90-second match where they beat Jinder and Shaky Shanky. New Day show up to cut a promo about butts, and their butts still being here, and whatever, and then they get the shit beat out of them again. I don't think they thought this shit through very well. Then again, I don't think anybody thought this shit through, or otherwise they would have said, Vince, you're a fucking goddamn idiot. What the hell? But then again, it's still Vince's company, because in no way he's being ousted unless he's bought out by the shareholders. God damn it. Jesus. They left so many bodies laying around. It was like the world-class crew. So anyway, it was basically like the Sportatorium crowds in 1988 when nobody was really showing up. So recaps of Corbin beating up Pat McAfee. And then Corbin joins commentary. He should have been arrested for that shirt alone. Walter Gunther makes his entrance for the glory of the Kaiser. He will not do an open challenge, but somebody can step up to him and face him. Actually, they can step up to Kaiser. So Nakamura shows up. Corbin mocks what Pat usually does. And it's Nakamura versus Kaiser. The Axis powers have reunited. Can't be the only one that thought that. And Nakamura beat the shit out of... Well, I mean, it was a fine match, I guess, for what it was. But the Corbin was... the commentary from Corbin was ridiculous. Nakamura won. And then we get USA chants. By the way, Kaiser and Walter Gunther were being booed and wutted out of the goddamn building. You shouldn't be wutted out of the building. And then they decided to add a layer to Walter Gunther's character by having him take layers of skin off of Kaiser for discrediting him. You know, maybe if they hadn't given Eichner a terrible goddamn model gimmick that will sink him to the depths of the earth, he could have 2 henchmen, and that would have been better. It definitely would have been better than Giovanni Vinci. So yeah, he chops him, and the crowd chants one more time because they like seeing Walter Gunther do stuff. Recaps of Liv becoming SmackDown Women's Champion. You know what, Kier? Think about it. I don't care. I don't care. The show didn't quite break me, and that's coming up later. Liv comes out to a pop. We go to break. Cole conducts the interview. I'm out. Anytime Michael Cole is on camera, it's embarrassing to professional wrestling. He uses the term sports entertainment, and I want a spotlight to fall near him just to scare his stupid little ass out of the company. God, Cole's so bad at his job. God, you fucking goddamn atrocity. If he was never hired in WWE, we'd be so much better off. So anyway, good on Liv. Liv did the best she could with the scripted material. Liv seems motivated. She wants to defend her championship. Here's Natty, who, by the way, lost at Money in the Bank and also lost in a tag match by being pinned by Liv. And then here's Rousey the Raccoon. We then get brief stuff back and forth. Rousey tries to learn words, the best words, and then points at a conspiracy theory sign in the crowd. Oh, wait, no, that's just what she would do because that's what she believes. And we go to break. And then Rousey the Raccoon takes on Natty, and they kept talking about her knee injury, but Rousey didn't really sell that. Rousey considered her knee injury a hoax and called the doctors to diagnose crisis actors. No, I'm not going to stop mocking that stupid, dumb twat for that. Because if you think that shit, you can go fuck yourselves. Hopefully your kid grows up to be more intelligent than her and her, oh yeah, her husband that abused people. Travis Brown, look it up. So anyway, Natty taps out to the ankle lock. I don't know what this did for Natty. I mean, it's supposed to get Rousey a win, but whatever. And Drew then says that, well, everything's bigger in Texas, and that he's going to thrust it out. You know who you are. Stop thinking about it. And oh boy, the model gimmick isn't dead. Why was this not pulled from every conceivable creative meaning everywhere after that abomination last week? Max Dupree, the former Eli Drake, you know, the former guy that actually could have meant something in wrestling, he does not believe any of this. You can see it in his eyes. He's like, hell of a promo. This is not good. Mace and Mansoor, that's what they're going to be. The two guys that basically release everybody. Fucking release everybody. This is a goddamn atrocity. This is a crime against wrestling. This is the worst thing WWE has put on television, not named the Anything Goes match. Fuck. This is worse than the 24/7 championship stuff. This is worse than that. This is dragging everything down. The crowd wasn't booing like, we want to see these guys get beat up. They're booing like, get this shit away from us. This is terrible. They were wutting them to death. There were boring chants. Who is this for? Who is this fucking for? Then we get recaps of Reigns and Theory. By the way, Theory showed up. I forgot to mention that because Theory's so goddamn boring. It's like watching static fall on my screen. Theory shows up and teases a cash-in. I honestly hope that Reigns literally, just spears him in half. Just spear him in half when he tries to cash in and just pin him. Because if they're going to hitch their wagon to Theory, this company deserves to sink. Just saying. Anyway, Theory interview. And in the next segment, Moss, in the same segment, Moss says he wants to shove that entire briefcase down his throat. Okay. And Vince said, oh, you thought I couldn't get worse? Well, here's Aaliyah, pal. Aaliyah, who tries. Oh my God, does she try. But I've had several birthdays. Others have had several birthdays. Some people have, worked a lifetime to succeed in wrestling. And Aaliyah was in developmental until last year. And tries, but is not any good and just is not worth the television time she gets. And Lacey Evans, by the way, keeps getting no reaction. And one half of the Capitol Wives decides to come out along with Raquel Gonzalez. Lacey keeps coming out, can't get a reaction. And then they didn't sync up the dubbed-in crowd noise. And then she knocks the people. She knocks all of you people. And then hits the woman's right on Aaliyah. We were supposed to get Lacey and Aaliyah versus Shotzi and Shayna, I think. I think that's what we were supposed to get. But they were already rushing the show, so we couldn't do that. This went forever, by the way. Not a shock that they had to turn Lacey heel because she's been a heel this whole damn time. It has not been a babyface. It's been a heel. She's been a goddamn heel promo. So anyway, the Usos come out and they face Los Lotharios in a championship contenders match and beat them in a few minutes. Kayla then gets in on this tag team action for an interview. And there's going to be a special guest referee at SummerSlam. Could it be Big E? I don't know. I really don't know who it could be. I don't have a clue. Drew McIntyre makes his entrance. We have less than 10 minutes left. Sheamus then says, oh, by the way, I think I have a dose of the COVID. Okay. Yeah, Vince, mocking that shit or whatever. You try getting in and see how that works. But whatever. Sheamus can't wrestle until he gets tested. Whatever, Vince doesn't believe in that shit. Butcher Doon and Drew had a match where Drew beat him in a few minutes. And then, yeah, Drew fought everybody off, had his sword out, did the thing where he chopped the rope and fire shot out the turnbuckles, and the sword bent. This was a fucking terrible show. And Vince, look, I can't shred my notes. And I don't want, because I don't want to, I don't even want to try and clean it up. It's just, god damn it, I set him on fire, but I really don't want to set that, and I think I'd probably get banned. But god, seriously, fucking seriously. Vince, just sell the company. Just sell the goddamn company. If this maximum male models thing is the best they can come up with, then this whole company, just fucking release more people. Because Vince clearly doesn't care about wrestling fans anymore. This is fucking rotten. Anyway, agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.